I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I'm joined by Jade Sheedy from the Athelstone Football Club in Division 3, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So we'll just go through the results from the weekend. Flinders Park had a good win over Golden Grove by 4 goals. Seaton Ramblers got over Pembroke by 5 goals. Mitcham had a huge win over Kilburn by 26 goals. Walkerville unfortunately went down to Plympton by 4 points. And Athelstone had a big win over Jeps Cross by 13 goals. Obviously a pretty pleasing result.
Yeah, g'day Todd. Yeah, no, it was good. The boys, obviously the last month have been really solid and putting together some good footy, and it's always probably a bit of a slug during this time of year, but the boys have been, they've been super, so couldn't ask for more.
What were some of the positive aspects to come out of the game yesterday?
Oh, just the way we talk about, we've got a KPI board, and a lot of that's based around our aggression around the footy and our contested footy, and that's been a big step moving forward this last month, especially with the conditions being the way they are. So, we've really concentrated on winning that ground ball, and the boys have been doing that well.
Who were some of your better performers in the win?
Yesterday we had Angus Owen, who's new to the footy club. He did a good job for us. He played half-back flank. Matty Moriello also had a really good game. Christopher Swift played well. Luke Randa kicked 4 goals. The midfield was really good. Justin Sheedy, also Josh Chanella, Jonty Bates. It was a really good even spread yesterday, and I think that's why we've put together this good month is everyone's chipping in and doing their role, so it's been pleasing.
Obviously a pretty strong performance. Is there still any players that are pushing from the seconds for selection, even though it's hard to change a winning side like that?
We've got a few out with injuries, and Matty Lee, he's played some really good footy and played about 7 games for the Crows as a top-up. So I would like to think we'd get him back at some stage. But the Bees have been really good as well. Up until last week, I think they'd won 8 or 9 on the trot. And there's some really good kids and some really good, also young fellas that have been around the place for 3 or 4 years now that are playing some good footy and putting their hand up. And so we've probably got a really good group of 30 that can all play a grade footy, which is a good problem to have.
Yep, and we'll just move forward to next week's games. If I can just get a tip on each fixture.
Yep.
We've got Kilburn taking on Golden Grove out at Blair Athol Reserve.
I think Golden Grove should get the job done. Kilburn can score heavily. Golden Grove have probably been a little bit inconsistent to where they'd like. I rate Golden Grove. I think they're a pretty good footy club, and I think they'll get the win there.
And Flinders Park take on Walkerville.
Yeah, Walkerville. We played Walkerville a couple of weeks ago, and obviously got a new coach, and they were pretty impressive. They were pretty hard at the ball, but Flinders Park have had a really good year, and I think they'll be hard to beat down there.
Seaton Ramblers take on Mitcham.
Yeah, that'd be a good game. Both really good clubs. Seaton's last month's been pretty impressive, obviously knocking off Pembroke last week. Hard ground to play, Seaton, so I reckon just the home ground advantage will get that done.
And Plympton take on Jeps Cross.
Yeah, Plympton have really improved this year, and I think at Plympton, another hard ground to play at, I think they'll get the win.
And Athelstone, you head home this week and take on Pembroke Old Scholars. Obviously, you'll be hoping to get another victory.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Pembroke have been a really good side this year and had some really strong results. They've got a really good forward line, so there's some dangerous players we have to watch there. But yeah, confident at home, but it's definitely be an arm wrestle, that's for sure.
Having such a big win, it can be sometimes difficult to keep the boys grounded. There's still some things you need to work on during the week that didn't quite go to plan yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always working on, every Tuesday we address areas to improve, and that's a week-to-week thing at the moment. Obviously it changes week to week, but there's always, the boys aren't happy, which is, last year we finished second after the minor round and lost the prelim, and I think there's something burned inside of them that they want to do better, and they're definitely not satisfied, and we're trying to improve the group every week, and there's still plenty of improvement left in us.
Given that disappointing result last year, what are your expectations for the rest of this season?
Obviously, just to give ourselves a chance to play finals footy is the start. We don't say we want to win a flag or want to finish top or anything like that. Obviously, every week is a hard week, and you see with the results, any team on their day can knock another opposition team off. So really it is a week-to-week basis, and just concentrating on our KPIs and concentrating on the things that make us a good footy club. And if we get them right, then we give ourselves an opportunity at the end of the year to play finals footy.
Okay, thank you, Jade. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I've been joined by Jade Sheedy from the Athelstone Football Club in Division 3, and he's done our weekly roundup.